Welcome back to Jessica's Craft Time. My name's Jessica, and today we have our Whip and Chat. Whip standing for work in progress. Now, we might get a bit of shadowing, and I apologize for that, but we're working in. This is where in my lounge room. This is where I normally do most of my diamond painting. And this is Russia with Love from Diamond Art Club, DAC. And it's a biggie. It's a biggie, and it doesn't fit on my desk out in where I normally do my videos. So we've set up in the lounge room again today, but it's probably not going to be the best. Yeah, you're going to get really bad shadow. It's not going to be the best lighting. So hopefully you can kind of see what I'm doing. As I hit record, I thought I should probably show you the whole painting. And then I'm like, well, let's do our chat. Let's finish up this section maybe. And then once we've done that, I will zoom you out. And I've actually rolled it up on both sides, but I'll unroll it and show you how it's coming along. Unfortunately, there might be a little bit of bumping too. This table's not as stable as my desk, so I apologize for that too. But welcome to the new subscribers on the channel. I hope you enjoy the content, and thank you for hitting that subscribe button. It means the world to me. So I'm just a person who loves doing crafts. I do all sorts of crafts, and I've got some new ones coming up on the channel for you that are sitting there waiting to go. I just haven't started them yet, so we will get there. This week so far has been a write-off. I am the local drop-off area for a charity called Lids for Kids, where people drop off their lids of soft drink and milk bottles, etc. to me, and I pass them on, and they go through a whole cycle. But I'm the local area, so I have bottle top lids everywhere. But this week, it's been getting to me. The pile out the front of my house has been growing. The pile at the back of my house has been growing with all the lids that need cleaning. And ideally, people are meant to drop them off clean. Damn it. A lot of people do not. So therefore, I need to clean them. And technically, I'm not meant to be cleaning them. Technically, if people drop them off dirty to me, I'm meant to just go, they're dirty, and throw them in the bin. But that doesn't sit well with me. One, I wouldn't have the space to throw them in the bin because I get bag after bag delivered to me. Two, the whole point of recycling these lids is to stop them from ending up in landfill. There is quite a few, however, that I do throw out because if they are covered in mold, which quite often they do, when you have a lid that's been on like a milk container and then it's just sat in a bag in the sun, it goes moldy. So I throw them out. But I shouted out to the local people. One lady came and collected, I think she collected 5 bags off me. And I'm not talking shopping bags. I'm talking like kitchen tidy bags, like the decent size bags. So she's taken them home to give them a wash. But I had a few here that were ready to be sorted. They get sorted into certain colours. Sorted into colours. There's some that people donate that aren't suitable for the program, and they get put in a different box, and they go off to childcares and schools for arts and crafts. But the ones that were here, so I already had I think it's a 60-litre tub and 2 big IKEA bags sitting to be washed and more out the front. So Monday was the day. Monday was the day I was going to deal with it. So I spent Monday and Tuesday because it took longer than Monday, and I went and sorted all the ones that I'd washed and dried. So they were sorted into their boxes, and that takes time. And just after I sort them, as I'm sorting them, I just make sure they're actually clean, because I don't clean every lid individually. They get thrown in a tub of water and with some washing powder, and then rinsed and put in the sun to dry. So I did that, sorted them, and got everything that was... What did I do Monday? Yeah, I think I literally just sorted all of them. And then I had 2 big IKEA bags because I put more back in the trough so my tub in the laundry could be filled again. So I went through the IKEA bags, and all the lids, you know when you take a lid off a milk bottle and it's got that like foam insert in it, they need to be removed from them. So I went through 2 IKEA bags and removed all of those. And I was like, yep, I'm done. This is it. I've put in a good solid, like, it was like 6 hours. I dropped Mark off at school, came home and started. But Tuesday morning rolled round. I'm like, I should really be filming, but it was still nagging at me that I had all these bags sitting on my front porch that people had dropped off to me. My IKEA bags were now empty and rinsed out and hanging on the clothesline. I'm like, right, today's the day again. We're going to sit here and finish sorting these lids. So I was pleasantly surprised that in a couple of the bags out the front, people had actually washed them. So they just went straight into my tub to be sorted. And I then filled the 2 IKEA bags back up with ones that needed to be cleaned. So I'm down to 3 big tubs of them to be cleaned, but I'm feeling much, much better that I don't have all these lids sitting out the front. I know where I'm at, and we can move on from there. So hopefully, fingers crossed, put out your whatever you need to put out, that we still get a bit of sun for another week or so before winter and the rubbish weather starts hitting, and I can get these lots dry, washed and dry. I don't have an issue washing them. That's easy. I throw them in the laundry trough, laundry sink, and fill it with some hot water and a bit of washing powder and let them soak. It's the drying part I'm having issues with. So anyway, fingers crossed, and then it's going to be another big day to actually sort what's dry, but it's a lot easier to do that. I don't have to like wear gloves and worry about all the rubbish that's coming off them. I found lots of interesting treasures in them. We found all sorts of little treasures. I think one must have come from a childcare, because there was like a turtle. Actually, I've got the turtle in my pocket because Mark's claimed it. If I can get my pocket open. I found a little turtle. Mark claimed that one. So he was excited to get the turtle. There was a couple of dinosaurs. There were some Lego pieces. Just some really random stuff. So anyway, that was my Monday, Tuesday. I've spent 2 days sorting lids. But it has also made me feel a lot better at the end, because I know they're done. Plus, I need to get what I've got here sorted, washed, dry and sorted, because I need to go and do a dump and drop them to the town coordinator, because the camp that hubby and I help with, we're going to do like a roaming garage sale. So I need to start collecting all the bits and pieces off everyone that holds the goods for that, because I need space to put them. So I need to get rid of my lids so I can fit that stuff in until we do a garage sale, and hopefully raise a little bit of money, and then start my lids again. Just one big cycle. But the weekend was good. We didn't do anything Friday night, I don't think. Saturday we had to head to the church for a service, and then the kids from camp had to clean the church after the service. It's something that they always do. I'm going to see if I can get you on a different angle. Still shaded. You might be able to see a little bit better though. Don't so much want my hand. I've got to work out the right angle here. I think I liked it better up here. Okay. So yeah, we headed to the church, and I thought, right, we've got to be there at 2 o'clock for the service. So that was okay. We left home just before 1. It's about a 45-minute drive, but we needed to be there a little bit earlier before the service. So headed off. I thought, yeah, we'll just do the service. It's a quick service, then clean the church, and we'll come home. We'll be home by early afternoon, and that'll be that. Well, of course, plans never work. So ran into a friend with her eldest child and her mum, and we were chatting after church, and her mum doesn't drive. So I said, look, you know, if you guys want to come out for lunch with us, we went out with hubby's parents for lunch, and then we'll drop you home. She's like, yeah, that's all right. They're like, no hurry, like there's no issue, like we'll just catch a train. I'm like, no, come for lunch with us, and then like a late lunch. It was like 3:30 or something. Late lunch, almost dinner. And we'll drop you home. And then as we're after lunch, we worked out that her mum and her daughter didn't need to go to the same spot. So hubby's parents took her mum home, and I took her daughter home, which was awesome because I got to have a cuddle of the new addition to the family who was asleep the other week when we visited. This light is not working for me today. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, that's better. So yeah, we dropped her off, and we promised Mark that if he was a good boy, he could get a treat on the way home. Really, I think it's just Papa wanted a treat. So we found the game store that we normally go to, and it's open till 6 because by this stage it was a lot later than I thought we'd be out. And we got to the game store, and Marcus discovered Pokemon cards. And he had a couple that had kicked around from, I don't even know where they came from. And hubby's like, all right, it's time. We'll buy him a couple of cards. So we get to the game store, and they're completely sold out of Pokemon cards. I'm like, damn. Anyway, the woman behind the counter calls over her manager or someone else. And he comes over, and he's like, look, I have this little stash of cards here. When we sell out, you know, sometimes they give them away. It's from my own private stash. And he was so kind. He didn't just give us like one little packet of cards. I'm not sure how many were in each packet. I think there was about 6 cards in each packet. He gave us 3 packets. And it was just so nice of him. He didn't expect any money in return from them. It was just really nice to have such a kind gesture from someone. So Mark was totally excited to come home and open them, and then I had to buy him a folder to keep them in. And he's just so happy. He's like, I want to take them to school. I'm like, you are not taking them to school. They are going to go missing. Maybe when he gets some double ups, he can take some of them to school, but at the moment, I'm just not prepared to deal with I lost it. Someone stole it. Not my game. Nope, Nope, not happening. So anyway, he's really excited about it. And then we thought, well, we'll have a look around the shop. And this is where we normally buy Mark's brooder trucks. So brooder trucks are scaled down models of like construction trucks and all sorts of stuff. And he absolutely loves them. They're huge. They're big. He's got a few. And normally this game shop is where we buy them because they have really good prices. But they're also fairly local. They're about 20 minutes away, and it's like a little store. It's not a big chain-based store. But unfortunately, they've decided to go down the path of the Lego, which is, that's fine. Lego's cool too. But they're no longer stocking their brooder range. I'm like, damn it, now I'm going to have to find another store that's going to stock them. That sucks, but we'll find another store. That's fine. Or we'll just have to order them online. But we found, we're looking on their clearance shelf at the store, and we found Kaplunk. And Mark was excited. So then we got home and had to play a couple of rounds of Kaplunk. And we said to Papa, are you going to play with us? Damn it, I just flicked them everywhere. And he's like, no, I don't want to play. That was the one game I wanted to play at childcare when I first came over here. And I didn't know enough English to argue my way to play it. And the kids used to always steal it and not let me play. Well, hubby ended up playing with us and he had fun. So we've played a few rounds of Kaplunk lately. So Mark really enjoyed that. So we've started getting into a bit of a routine, I guess. He wants to do something after dinner, and we've started playing board games, which we always have played board games, but we're playing them like every night at the moment. And Mark is loving it. And I love playing board games too, so I'm not disagreeing. But hubby goes the other night, he goes, oh, come on, let's play one of mine that we haven't played yet. So we pulled out Harry Potter Cluedo. Yeah, that's not going to work for a child. We were struggling to get the hang of what was going on. Great game. We didn't finish the round because it took us too long to set up, and then we had to cook dinner and it was getting too late. But really good. I like the twists in it and the different cards, but it's just not, we're just going to have to wait for Mark to be a bit older. He loves playing. We've got Cluedo, Risk, Monopoly and Game of Life in the junior versions, and they're really good. He was so excited because he won Cluedo last night. That's really cool, the Cluedo. If you haven't played the junior version, it just has little discs that you put on the bottom of the characters, and you've got to find who broke the toy in the toy box at what time. And under the characters are a disc, and one of them will have a toy box, and it's that character. And then in the rooms, a couple of rooms have like an item of furniture that's in the room on a little cardboard cutout, and they go into a disc and they have the times on it. So it's something that he can follow along. He just needs a bit of help when it comes to marking off like the suspects. He's just not sure which one's which. But, we just play it that we kind of hide our cards that we mark off, but we don't really. We just play it that, you can only mark off what you've actually seen, not by sneaking a look at someone else's card. So yeah, the games have been really, really fun lately. Kaplunk's good fun. I just hate setting it up. Really, really hate setting it up. That's given us quite a few laughs, and hanging it on each other when someone pulls the wrong thing and then like all the marbles drop at once. But I really enjoy playing the board games, and I hope it's something that we do continue doing quite a lot of because they're fun. I just can't wait. I love my monopolies. I have lots of different monopolies. I've got like world editions, I've got Australia editions, I've got editions for like just Melbourne, we've got Big Bang, heaps of different Monopoly versions. So I just can't wait until he's a little bit older and we can start playing like full Monopoly. He's just a little bit young. He's a bit disadvantaged. So, but that was a memory. That was a memory that I had growing up, that we'd play Monopoly or a board game on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, and I used to always remember it would take longer than we thought it would, and then Mum would forget to put dinner on and we'd have to have a late dinner because, you know, we'd been playing board games instead. So I kind of want that. That's fun. It's not just sitting in front of a TV. I think I need more wax in my pen. They're not sticking right. So yeah, that was our week basically. Oh no, Sunday. No, it wasn't. It was only Saturday. Sunday we went to the museum. We went to the Powerhouse Museum, which we hadn't been to before. Hubby had, but I haven't. But hubby, when he first came to Australia, lived in Sydney. So we went to the Powerhouse because they had a Wiggles exhibition, but yeah, Mark wasn't so keen on that. He liked the train, and they have a full like steam engine set up, and they've got some new exhibitions, an old one that's being redone and some new ones opening later in the year, so we'll have to go back again soon to see it. But Mark's really enjoying the museums at the moment, and we're, you know, taking advantage of that. Trick is finding somewhere to park. We were very lucky. Hubby's got quite a big car, and we got there. I don't know why we keep taking his car. We need to start taking mine. It's a bit smaller. We got there, and thank God the ramps, because normally you have one ramp going up or down and the other ramp, and there's like pillars behind and next to. Well, this time the up and down ramp was the same ramp, but there was nothing dividing it, thank God, because or else we wouldn't have been able to get around this car park. We would have got stuck. We almost got stuck on the way out. There was people coming in and people getting out, and luckily a few people were kind enough and kind of pulled over a little bit and let us pass, and we did the same for them. So that was all right. But we've got to really stop taking hubby's car, because these car parks in the city are just way too small for his big car. I think even my car, I'd struggle in some of them as well. They're just tiny. And it's not so much the car spots. It's more just manoeuvring around the car park. Once, you know, we were all right when we got there because no one else was there. We were going up on our own. It was when we were leaving, and there was a few people leaving and coming at the same time. But yeah, the museum was really interesting. I can't wait until the other ones come in. But Mark was so cute. So they have an old train in the building, and we're walking around, and I was showing him the difference between like first class and third class. And then I'd walk down the ramp and came back, and it's like, Mummy, Papa, come back up here. I'm like, what's up? He's like, okay, so this is where the carriages connect, and these things here are to stop them from bumping into each other and wrecking the back. And he completely explained the whole thing. It was so funny. And he's like, and this is this, and this is this bit, and this is this bit. I'm like, yeah, good on you, mate. You understand what's going on. So he really likes the museum. He can't wait to go back to the Australian Museum, where it's got the dinosaurs. It's got some dinosaurs in there, and he's looking forward to it. Unfortunately, our planned trip in there that we were planning on doing for an excursion for the camp has had to be postponed because we are unable to make it the weekend that we originally set it for. So that's okay. We'll do it in a couple of months. But Mark keeps saying, when are we going again? When are we going again? And it's really good because the museums are free at the moment and we're just having to pay for parking. But most of them have a parking lot that will cost you under $20 if you pre-book. You've got to pre-book. My hint to going into the city or anything. Oh, why did that just go really light? Hang on. My something's going on with my light. We're not having much luck today. That's my new light and it's not working properly. Let's see if I bring it down. No. Something's gone on with it. Okay, we're just going to have to deal with what we've got. So yeah, he's really liking the museums and that's cool. It's a nice fun afternoon out. Get to explore some places. The Australian Museum's really nice. It's in a really nice area. There's lots of other things to go and walk and look at. You don't have to just go to the museum. So that's sort of been our week. We've have a busy weekend this weekend. It's going to be Mark's first Russian Orthodox Easter service. In previous years, we haven't taken him to the Easter service because it's the middle of the night and we just haven't taken him. So it's his first one. Hubby's decided that he's old enough to deal with it now. So yay, we're going to Easter service on Saturday night. That'll be fun. I haven't really planned. I know that if anyone's waiting for my miniature room videos, they will come up eventually. I just haven't done them yet. I haven't done much work on my miniatures. I think others in the past I've been really excited to work with. This one I'm doing at the moment, the instructions are just not as clear as they could be. They're fine. I can work it out. It's just, I don't know, it's just not as exciting me as much to get in there and work on it. And I think that's where my struggle is, because I'm not like, oh, I just want to get this finished, or I just want to, see how it's coming along. I'm struggling a bit to get the excitement to go and work on it. I really haven't worked on anything other than I did my peppermint purple sal, but I'm pretty sure I showed you that last week because I filmed a day later last week. Other than that, I've been doing my Russia with Love, doing this one. And I've hit this is sort of the halfway channel on it. So it's not taking nearly as long as I thought it would. Probably because it's not quite as confetti as I thought it would be so far. But looking up, there's going to be some confetti when I get up on the other side, but you've still got some good chunks in there that are just solid chunks of colour, or even if it is a little bit of confetti, you're getting sections like this that's just strips, so you can just work on the one colour. It's not as speckled as the last one I did that was similar to this, similar picture. So yeah, it's definitely, or maybe it's just because I've done a lot more diamond painting since I did the last one this size. The pool noodles are definitely working in the fact that it's making it a lot more compact. So I'll show you in a minute. We might pull back and have a look and see the image so far. It's the first time I've worked with pool noodles, and I thought they'd drive me crazy, but as long as I'm keeping sort of the amount that I've got open, as long as I'm keeping that much open for me to work, I'm finding it okay. This is the bit I hate, when you get to the last bit of a section and you're like, damn it, I've done that number, or I've done that symbol. Why is there still more? Like, I'm pretty sure I've already done Y. I'm like 99% sure I've already done Y. And it wasn't just one I missed. There was multiple I missed. And it does my head in. I get sick of opening and shutting the containers. And I know some people use the trays where you have just a tray for each color. I'm pretty clumsy. I'm really good at spilling my drills. Underneath the table here is a confetti of spilt drills. This is my trash tin. That's not all trash. There is trash in there. There is a few trash drills in there, but most of that is ones that I've just knocked and spilt and come across and like, damn, there's one that I spilt. So I like to keep them all in my little trash container, and then and I don't empty that until the end of a project. So the ones that I've spilt on the floor, that's it. Bye-bye. Vacuum cleaner gets them. But the ones that I spill on the table that I pick up, I keep them until the end of the project, because I'm always in that fear that I'm going to get to the end of a project and be like 2 diamonds short. And be like, no, that was the 2 diamonds that I spilled earlier this week. So I like to keep them all in a container until I'm finished, because I've never had to. I've never run out of drills. I've come very close to, like, down to a matter of only a couple of drills extra, but I've never actually run out of drills on a kit. So yeah, but it's always my fear. Mind you, I have enough in my stash now that it probably wouldn't matter. I'd probably easily be able to find something similar if it wasn't the same thing. So the containers that I'm using are out of a 60 bottle, I believe. 6, 8, 10. Yeah, a 60 bottle case that I got off AliExpress, I want to say. I'll show you my case once we pull everything back a bit. And what I also do when I flip this over, oops, I poured way too many in there right then, just for one drill. Oh, no, there's more of that. So what I do is I put a little bit of washi tape on my lid so that it's easier to pull this off. DAC, or Diamond Art Club, I love their inventory sheets that you can just cut them up and stick them on, and you're not having to try and draw these random symbols and then never work out what you've actually drawn yourself. But in saying that, they stick to your container really well. So I either use washi tape or a bit of masking tape. My last container had masking tape on it. The reason why I did washi tape this time was because that's what was in front of me. That was the only reason, or else I would have done masking tape, just because it's plain in colour. But I didn't have any masking tape in front of me. I had washi tape. So that's what I did. My tray here is from shoalhavensparkles.com.au, which I get quite a few kits off, and I do still spill my drills. I don't think I'll ever stop doing that, and it's my clumsiness, so it tends to be when I'm popping it out of the tray holder, and just not paying attention, and I like flick the whole thing. I'm like, damn it, I did it again. But this tray holder has been amazing. I love it. I love it. I do find sometimes the tray slips a little bit in it, but you can probably see here, I just hold my fingers on it, and it's only because I'm a really heavy, I press quite hard to pick up my drills. So the pressure on it just makes it move. It's not, the tray holder itself is awesome. It's just the user. The user's not so awesome. So yeah, I love her tray holder, and they shake really well. The only downside is that when you're doing a big section of drills, it's not so great because you have to fill up your tray because it's designed around the green boats. But most of the time I'm not doing that huge a section that it bothers me, and quite often I sit down and do a little bit and then get up and have to do things, so it doesn't really bother me that I have to refill it. What I have done though is on the back, let me just put one back. On the back of it, I'll show you once I empty these drills, I've stuck some release paper. So I like to have my tray as close to the area that I'm placing drills as possible. So sometimes it's on the sticky area, and I found that was sticking to the wood, so it's not the best, and it's actually peeled back a bit. But this gets a lot of moving around and catchings, but I stuck some release paper on. Now there is a section that it actually came up. It has come off the wood a bit there, and I used E6000 glue. If anyone's got a suggestion on what glue I can use to stick it, I'd love to hear what it is in the comment. I use the E6000, but then I'm also like, well, you're trying to stick on release paper that's designed to release off glue. So I'm just not sure what glue I could use to stick it down a little bit more solidly. So all I took was a piece of my release paper. So I've brought this in like a pack 100, and I glued it on, and then I just took a craft knife and went around the edges of the tray and the middle bit, because you need that middle opening bit, because that's where you stick your finger through to pop your tray out. So let's just do the V. There's an O. There's a random O. And if we do the V, then I might show you. Oh, and there's. I'll just do the O and the V's, and then I'll show you the painting. The pen I've got is from Enabler's Outpost, which is no. Yes, that's right. They're an Etsy shop. They also have a Facebook page, and I love my pen. I've got the everlasting tips in the end of it. So if you're wondering about the everlasting tips, there's everlasting tips on Etsy, and they're an Australian company. Love, 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 love them. And it's probably why I don't tend to pick any of my other pens up often, is because I haven't got the everlasting tips in them, and I should really look at getting some, because I really enjoy using the everlasting tips. That's the 4-placer there, and then I've just got the single placer, and I've been using this solidly since I got them, which has been probably a good over 6 months now, and there's nothing, no chipping or anything on them. They haven't gone out of shape. The only thing is that you don't use metal to clean out the glue. So I have my little tray here, and I don't know where the rest of my toothpick went, but I'm down to this little bit here. That works fine in the single placer. I'll just show you. So I have 2 diamond dots little. This has got my clean wax in it, and that's got my yucky wax in it that's come out. I just found a drill. And I really don't know where the rest of my toothpick's gone, but all I do is I just sort of push it in, and the wax comes out on the end of there. And then for this end, you can just pop it out like that, and you're all clean, ready to go again. I just keep my little extra wax. I mean, you could probably push it down and reuse it. I don't. I've got enough wax, and that's my clean wax. Same as filling another pen. Just go down into it, and I'll have to pick up a drill. Let me see, one of my rubbish drills. Just going to press down on that drill, and that extra wax will come off. And then the same with my... Okay, I just realized that my filming stopped. So I finished refilling my pen and thought I'd show you my case as well. So this is my case. I keep all my bits and pieces. It normally just sits open, but you can shut it and zip it up. Keep all my extra spare drills. And then this is my kitted up Russia with Love. I have numbers 1 to 9, the alphabet, and then my symbols. My symbols I keep in DMC order, and I've got a couple of extra trays. What I tend to do, which I did last night, if one of them gets right down to the end, then I refill all my drills. I've got a few extras left here. But in the meantime, we also opened up Russia with Love. So this is the first time I've used pool noodles on a kit, because this is a biggie. You are only seeing about half of it. So it actually worked out perfect because the pool noodle cut in half did both sides. So this side here I rolled up last night because I finished a section and wanted to move over, and I roll my done section around it. I've put a slit in my pool noodle and just put the canvas edge into it, so it makes it easier to roll. So then I can just roll up the section that I've done, and then the section I haven't done is rolled here. So I rolled that up just and put some bulldog clips on the end just to hold that in place, and then I'll put a bulldog clip on the other end, and that just holds it in place so it doesn't unravel. And then I'll work on this section. That's just stretched under. With this I'm working right side up at the moment, but I'll probably only get to here, and then what I'll do is I'll flip it around and work upside down for the other bit, because I find that's too far to reach, and I don't like rubbing onto my drills once I'm done for too long. I have stuck washi tape along the edge just so I don't get too much fluff. I don't stress so much about that in summer because I'm not wearing jumpers, but in winter I'm wearing jumpers and dressing gowns while I'm doing it, and I'll get fluff stuck on it. But that is what we've done so far of Russia with Love. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed yourself, and we will see you in the next video. Have a lovely week, and I'll speak to you next week. Bye.